Welcome back to the Wheeling Newspaper Sports Blog. I'm Shawn, Rine, sports editor here at the papers. Getting towards summer here, second week of May is coming up fast, and that means the end of prep seasons basically. In West Virginia, the tennis finals are this week, track next week, baseball and softball. Baseball sectionals got underway yesterday, and softball is at the regional level. That's one of the things about this profession, I guess, that it's kind of difficult. You know, everything seems to overlap. There's really no downtime. Sometimes, a lot of times actually, you have students practicing two different sports in 1 week. You know, that's how compact it has become these days. So what we're seeing here is basically we're a month away from football practice, which is just mind-boggling, really. I mean, it seems like it hasn't been over that long, and yet we're fast approaching another season. As far as the softball here, probably one team has a legitimate shot in West Virginia, and that will be John Marshall, simply because in softball, pitching is everything. And John Marshall, once you get down to the state level, you know, you have a situation where each pitcher can only throw so many innings. Well, John Marshall has 3. And the coach, Ed West, has said on a number of occasions that he'll throw anytime, anywhere, against anybody. So for that reason, you know, you have to like their chances of getting to the state tournament and faring well once they get there. We're in Madonna. You know, nobody expected this, except for them, I'm sure. But finally ended Wheeling Central's long reign of sectional titles. Wheeling Central, you know, has been there before, and Madonna just never could get over the hump until this year. A lot of it can be attributed to catcher Sam Myers, who is arguably the best at her position in this valley, regardless of class. As far as baseball on the West Virginia side, you know, the AAA, we really don't have a dominant team this year. West Virginia side, that being Brooke, Wheeling Park, and John Marshall. John Marshall having a down year. Wheeling Park had to replace a lot as well, so. Brooke, you know, before the season, Coach Ron Ugis was telling everybody, you know, this team can hit the ball, and it can. It really can hit the ball, but on the other side of it, you have to be able to get somebody out, and that's where they've struggled in the pitching department. Class W, you get Magnolia. Magnolia, always a threat. Dave Caesar's club has been the class of that organization. It's been the class of Class AA for quite some time now. Interesting situation there. Their best pitcher, Justin Fox, who's a junior, it seems like he's been there forever already, but yet he has another year left. You know, he doesn't start, but very rarely anymore. They decided instead, you know, that if they could get to the 5th inning, get through that inning, either tied or with a lead, you know, Justin Fox is going to come in and nail that down. So they're going to be a factor. Tyler Consolidated, I mean, has more victories than at any point in school history. So, I mean, it's not like the Knights are going to roll over. Weir has been there before. I mean, big game experience. And they have Chris Bittinger, who is quite arguably one of the best pitchers around here right now. Magnolia did not see him during the regular season, and I know for a fact that perhaps they're concerned about that. You go to Class A, and we got Weird Madonna, defending state runner-up, Max Nogay, best player in this valley. Barn Hunt, you know, they are dangerous. But in the same section, you've got Wheeling Central, and Wheeling Central has been there before. Wheeling Central has won state titles. Wheeling Central has big game players. So whoever comes out of that section is going to really earn it and be considered a legitimate shot to win it all in Charleston. On the higher side, we're just getting started in that. St. Clairsville, I'm telling you, I'm really interested to see what St. Clairsville does. Of course, at the top of the rotation, they got Dan Slavic, and the kid is unbelievable. If Max Nogue is the best all-around player in the Valley, then Dan Slavic is the best pitcher. And I've heard that from a number of people starting clear back in preseason. Big Red's going to be there, simply because Big Red always is. They've got a great tradition up there. Fred Hetherington does a tremendous job. When it's all said and done, Big Red's going to be there. And you got to think Toronto as well. Again, there's a tradition there, and it's amazing to me that when all of the other programs are suffering from lack of numbers and, what's perceived as a lack of the right type of attitude. The baseball team up there has stayed the course and is one of the best in this valley, top to bottom. Another thing I like to talk about is OVAC. We've just gone through a slew of OVAC championships in the last couple of weeks. You had tennis, you had baseball, you had softball, you have track. It's just too much in such a condensed time frame. Any of those don't get probably their just due because it's too much at once. So maybe we look at a way that we can spread those out a little bit, but we have to make it fair in doing so. Until next time, I'm Shawn Rine. See you later.